All right, y'all. So I wanted to give let some time pass, right? It's been about a day, 2 days since Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. And I gotta say that shit, damn. Like I was not I wouldn't expected something like that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like a Charlie Kirk supporter. Wasn't his biggest fan. But this assassination shows the times that we're living in, right? And as a kid, you heard about the assassination of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, Robert Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, the attempted assassination on Ronald Reagan. You know what I'm saying? The attempted assassination recently on Donald Trump twice. In my lifetime, this is the first year, last year, this year, where an assassination attempt was probably made on someone like that, let alone twice, and then one where it succeeded. Now, I mean, obviously, we don't know about a bunch of them. Like, there could have been multiple attempts on Obama that they just never talked about, right? So it's not as terrifying as when you actually see someone actually get taken out. Those got kind of hard to do for presidents, so I guess it was easier to kill unalive a commentator. It's it's unfortunate, man. Like I don't really condone what happened. I know Charlie Kirk was a very strong conservative. He was a part of Turning Point USA with Brandon Tatum and them, and somebody took him out because he was talking to people on the college campus. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I actually saw the footage. Me and my dumb ass always got to see exactly what happened, and you know what I'm saying. His last words is not even that memorable, which is unfortunate.
How many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
That was it. That was it. That was the last thing he said before he got taken out. And the sad part about it is, I literally watched this man get popped. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't watch it live, but I found the footage, and yeah, he wasn't surviving it. He wasn't. It was just not doable. And the unfortunate reality is somebody was actually able to pull that shit off. There's a second time where somebody was able to get to a point where they could assassinate somebody. Now, to off somebody just because you want to be remembered or because of their political, I mean, I don't condone anybody getting off like that just because they have a difference in opinion. Now, one thing that I can't stand about this is now we about to have some massive political violence taking place across the country. And hell, the other reality is that race war that's been kind of tension is probably going to pop off too. Because if you look at it from what it stands, and they're trying to do everything they can to make sure that the person that shot him ain't fucking white, when we know white people have a history of assassinations. Let's be honest. Most people who have been assassinated in power or some kind of political influence or influence in general has been by a white person. So now we gotta like really see what's taking place going forward. Now, I know for a fact they had this footage of this old dude, this old Mr. Burns looking motherfucker, saying he had the right to remain silent. He had the right to remain silent, and the third, which he does. Now that I'm pretty sure that it's been proven that he wasn't the shooter. I think somebody's trying to say now the shooter is like of college age, and they got footage of the dude like perked up on the roof, just ready to pull the trigger. But I'm saying if somebody videoed him and people had him on video, why didn't anybody say anything? That was a professional. I personally think that was like a professional shot because there was just like no way. Now, like I said, my biggest gripe about Charlie Kirk is I just don't like the fact that he thought it was okay that he could talk shit about African Americans. Other than that, I don't think he deserved to get taken out. All of his things, like his talking points about the black community, is there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was very adamant about his shit with the black community, but I don't think that deserved him getting popped in the neck. Like that was an assassination shot if I've ever seen one. So, his shit talking about the black community was there, it was active, it was known, but I don't think that was okay for him to get unalived. Just that's just my personal opinion. That's where I stand on it. And the reality of this whole situation is that now you got black HBCUs being targeted in response to this shit. So not only do you have the whole, they're really trying to make sure the person who shot him isn't white, just kind of like what the Luigi and Mangione thing, where they were trying to do everything in their power to make sure they didn't show that it was a white kid that shot the CEO, but it was though. And this is the same situation with this HBCU situation. Now we got what, three HBCUs have gotten threats of terrorism because of Charlie Kirk's assassination. So y'all pretty much have proven anytime something goes down in this country, the first thing I want to do is go target some black people. Okay. And unfortunately, they're college kids, so they can't really have straps on campus. But I'm telling you right now, we are not the niggas of yesteryear. And this is where this is starting to go into. Because now you're starting to see the mask unfold. And like I said, Sarge Bullet Pete done said this before, and I agree. I've always agreed. Donald Trump's presidency is secretly the best thing that could happen. Why? Because the mask is starting to come off. These are his words that I'm quoting. The mask has come off and people are starting to show who they really were. They were already doing it in 2016. So it was only a matter of time, if he ever got back in office, that we would see this shit come full circle. Now, I'm not saying Donald Trump himself wants this, but the people who support him are showing who they are. And that is more par for the course than like anything else. And we just got to get ready for that shit because, yeah, HBC was getting targeted. But like future black doctors, lawyers, whatever, are pretty much in threat because of this. And I don't understand how it went immediately from he was assassinated to it was a nigga that did it and we're going to go target the HBCUs because of that shit. I don't think that's right. I think them HBCUs need to do whatever they can to actually fucking protect the people there. And I genuinely think if law enforcement was so damn not biased on color, y'all would be perimeter in them schools. Now I know the HBCUs have locked them down and are pretty much making sure that that doesn't happen, but y'all need to do a little bit better than that. You know what I'm saying? Because if this was a white Ivy League school being threatened, you better believe they have a whole fucking perimeter around the school, locking down, making sure that nobody even got within a mile of that damn school. So y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up. Real shit. And I just find it so funny that this whole situation proves that black Americans are literally the most unprotected people in this country, because that's amazing how it was literally a fucking day later and it was like, well, we're about to go target some HBCUs. Mother, but America is not racist though. You see what I'm saying? Like there's no racism that takes place in America, and this is pretty much the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? This is the bigger picture. This whole assassination showed exactly what we needed to fucking know. And that is just the idea that the African American community, whether we have anything to do with something or not, we are the first people on the chopping block. And we ain't had nothing to do with this. I would love to, strongly stand on my firm belief that African Americans have nothing to do with Charlie Kirk's assassination. But how they see it, it was just some wild nigger with a gun problem, because black people are the most violent people in America ever fucking produced. So, the white genocidal numbers don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We know that white people have a history of malicious intent in this fucking country since pretty much the dawn of time. and doing everything they can to make sure black people can't make it. But yeah, we're the ones who just woke up one day and decided, yeah, we're gonna put Charlie Kirk in the ground. That man had two children. That man had two children and a wife. He actually lived, in my opinion, how he spoke, which is hard to find nowadays. So let that be known. But let me show y'all something real fast.
We are now following breaking news about a string of threats at a number of historically black colleges and universities today. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell is following this for us. What can you tell us, Kelly?
Well, Chris, I think this is at this point in the abundance of caution phase, where universities that are a part of the HBU system, the historically black colleges, a number of them in Virginia, also in Alabama, saying that they have received threats and therefore taking action to lock down a campus or cancel classes or send out warnings to students and to the university community. Obviously, just one day after the Charlie Kirk assassination, in an environment where we have seen a lot of gun violence and a lot of acting out of dangerous threats where citizens can be inadvertently involved in a dangerous circumstance. This is the kind of thing where universities, as they assess a situation, make a determination for what is best for their community and to try to reduce the potential for any harm. By locking down or canceling classes, it clearly reduces the amount of foot traffic. It allows authorities to follow through on any leads. We have made outreach to different kinds of law enforcement, from the federal to the state level and local communities, as well as the Department of Education. And at this point, we don't have a sense of where this is coming from or how connected it may be. But the fact that these colleges are feeling they need to take action, and in light of the timing, given yesterday's events on a college campus in Utah, there is a sense of wanting to be prudent and to provide members of the community, students, faculty, neighbors of a campus, with warning to help them make their best choices. So as we learn more, we will bring it to you. But at this point, there are no injuries. There's no acts of violence that we are aware of. This is in the category of threats and then taking
Yeah, I want to
steps.
threaten HBCU'S because one of y'all own killed one of y'all own kind. Like, what the fuck do black people have to do with the fuck happened to Charlie? Y'all mad because we ain't mourning how y'all mourning about his death? Like, we ain't got shit to do with that man. Like, as much hate and shit he done put out against black people, cause we don't give a fuck about who the fuck killed who in y'all own fucking community. That shit don't got shit to do with us. And I promise you, the moment a motherfucker shoot up at HBCU, one of you white motherfuckers shoot up at HBCU, somebody needs to go to an all-white college and shoot that motherfucker up. Cause I believe in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And that's the problem. You white motherfuckers always trying to drag us into some shit when that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. Y'all need to take some fucking accountability from your own fucking people. Like, bro, Utah is mostly fucking white people. That shit, whatever happened to Charlie, ain't got shit to do with us. Like, if anything, you niggas need to be taking that shit up with your own fucking kind. Like, at this point, you motherfuckers is trying to start a war between black and white people. And I'm gonna be honest, if that's what the fuck you motherfuckers want, shit, that's what it's gonna come down to if y'all keep picking with black people. Cause like I said, we ain't got shit to do with what's going on, but we surely ain't finna mourn about a motherfucker who ain't got shit to do with us. Like, y'all can carry that bullshit on with whoever the fuck y'all dealing with.
See that shit? And yeah, and like he said, bro, they really want a race war. It's like every time we turn around, it's like, let's blame some black people, let's get them niggers up out of here, da da da, the monkeys, the mapes, blah blah blah, whatever. And now that we here, and now it's like, oh yeah, we gonna blame the niggas. We ain't got shit to do with that. We ain't got shit to do with that. What happened to Charlie Kirk was absolutely a white on white crime. They gonna try to do everything in their power to cover that shit if they can, but let's be honest, that's exactly what happened. And if we're going to be honest, it was probably a white leftist. Malcolm X warned about the white liberal back in the 60s, so it wouldn't surprise me if, it was a white liberal that shot him in the jugular. I don't think that was jugular. But you know what I'm saying? The way he lost blood looked like it. It's getting to that point. And I always knew some kind of civil war, race war was around the corner in America, just because the tensions since pretty much the 2010s been rising and rising and rising and going up. So yeah, I mean, I don't agree with us going to white colleges and blasting the white kids up, but I do think that they need to do everything they can to make sure HBCUs are protected. Now, the reality of the situation is they're not going to act as with as much haste and earnest as they would if it was a white college. So that's the sad reality there. I mean, I didn't go to any of these colleges. I don't go to HBCUs because I don't really live near any. And as a full time worker, I can't afford to be trying to find any HBCUs to go to. So, um, the unfortunate reality is that black people are going to have to fuck this turn the other cheek bullshit. We are not the niggas of yesteryear. We are going to have to literally put 10 toes on the ground because if we let them do this shit again, like they did 100+ years ago, that's why we've had the last century of this bullshit. We need to put 10 toes down. We've been G checking shit all 2025, and I love to see it. But we might really have to chin check some motherfuckers too along the way. Because at the end of the fucking day, the confidence to just go at black people has gotten too far. We have gone too far with letting people think it's okay to just go at us. So, unfortunately, the reality of the situation is that we're going to have to get it fucking popping. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I'd live to see a race war in my lifetime, but unfortunately, it's here and I got to deal with it. Now, that's not to say that everybody of every other race is about to clam down on us. If anything, I'd say black people got more of other races on our side now than we ever did before. So, but at the same time, when push comes to shove, everybody lock in and do them and look out for their own. So I'm not saying we need to depend on anybody to be on our team because we really shouldn't be depending on anybody to be on our damn team. But if you got people that you know going to rock out with you, let them rock out with you. Now, where I do think this is headed is I believe that black people are finally starting to kind of wake up to the reality that we can't really be looking at anybody else to help us. I do think that black people are starting to put together that, yo, we got to go out there and represent us the best way we can because every other race goes out there for theirs. So why aren't we going out there for ours? And I think the reality, the ultimate apex of the situation is black people are going to be like, fuck it, we just got to do us. And that's what I've been trying to get black people to do and understand since the last election. We need to just say, fuck it and just do us. Everybody else don't matter. Like we matter, like everybody matters, but we should matter first and then everybody should matter second because that's how it is in every other community. Everybody else is second, we come first. I'm sorry, black people. I know y'all try to be this super inclusive, oh, everybody matters, oh, this and the third because of what we went through here in the country, but fuck it. We got to just worry about us because nobody worries about us first. Everybody worry about themselves first. And it is the most eye-opening situation because it's like, yeah, no matter what, people may fuck with you, people may not be racist, they might be your friend, they might even give you some ass. But at the end of the day, their race comes first. That's just what it is. Their race comes first. And black people are starting to finally put this together. Thank God black people are finally starting to put this together. I need this to go from like 5% to like 30% within the next couple of months because we're gonna have to start really, really putting it together. We're like the black community is already hanging on the thread as it is, let alone with a lot of this other bullshit going on. So what Charlie Kirk's death has done is it has shown us the bigger picture. What it really means is no matter what happens, the African American community is top suspect. Even if we probably weren't even nowhere near that situation. We ain't got nothing to do with what happened to Charlie Kirk. And the day that information hits the internet or the day that information hits media in general, all across the board, I want white people to apologize. But it's not going to happen. But y'all owe us a damn apology. Like, we probably shouldn't have jumped to conclusions, man. The prejudice, just our ancestors' blood kicked in. Oh, we know it kicked in. Oh, we know it kicked in. So it's just good to know that we are in 2025, and the first person who's always suspect is the person of darker skin complexion, specifically African Americans. Now our HBCUs are being targeted, people's kids, people's college kids, future doctors, lawyers, technicians, engineers, whatever, are all threatened because of the assassination of a white dude, probably by another white dude. So instead of going to find the dude that unalive them, y'all go find some black people. So black people, I swear to God, we better not let this happen. We better not let this fly. We better not let this play out. We better not. It's some bullshit. So, that's pretty much all I got to say on the topic. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more. Like I said, I don't believe Charlie Kirk should be 6 feet under right now, but I will say all the shit you had to talk about African Americans and the gun violence and how black people are the most violent when it comes to guns, this and the third, which we can be. We have a gun violence issue in the black community. But to get taken out by your own, to go out the way you did, it's like irony. A lot of irony in that situation. A little ironic also that it had nothing to do with black people in your untimely demise. Now, the sad reality is this man was a family man. He had kids, he had 2 daughters. Now they have to live by him through pictures and stories instead of getting to experience them himself. So that's the part where I have to honestly put my condolences in to his wife and his kids. So with that being said, comment down below, get the engagement started, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
The unaliving of Charlie Kirk really highlighted a lot of things that is problematic in not only in the United States as a whole, but also in corporate culture as well, and the hindrance of black people moving up based on their merit, and the systematic racism that we face. And Lil Duval just made a post, and he stated that, you don't have to make a comment about everything. And here's the issue, black people. Yes, we do have to make a comment about everything. The reason why that white people are where they are right now is because of not only due to racism and all that stuff, but they are literally speaking up and doing things that they feel will benefit them and their race of people. So it is advantageous for us as black people to speak up, and not only speak up, but to act in ways that is beneficial for our children and grandchildren. So never forget that. Never feel uncomfortable to speak up in rooms where you're the only one that's represented there in that room. Never feel like you're less than. Start talking to my daughter is a sophomore in college, and she's going to be entering into the corporate world as well. And I'm speaking to her and talking to her about how to navigate systemic racism. And it's difficult. Me, at the age of me turning 40, I had to call my father and talk through some things. And even though I have surpassed him in salary, I have surpassed him in education. However, getting back to that foundational of what things that I've been taught, for him to remind me, stay true to your roots, stay true to who you are, and remember who you are as a person, and let that and God guide you, right? So me, at the age of 39 turning 40, I had to call and talk to my father. My mom is gone on to be with the Lord. But never forget who we are, black people. Always speak up and stand up for what you think is right and what's best for our children, because that's what matters for us.